I have a story. It's too long to tell, but I was kind of drugged by these these guys in Michigan. I was taken in a car ride. I was kind of like kidnapped. I know this is wild.
First of all, how was Bulgaria? Because out of, all the countries where you can go and shoot, it was Bulgaria.
I loved it. Me gusta Bulgaria. I loved it so much. I didn't think it was never like on a bucket list or one of my areas that I wanted to go to. But we all just, I think, George, you were there a little longer than me.
I loved it. I had the best time. It was so beautiful there. The people were really lovely. We went to some really nice restaurants. And the film industry over there is like tight. They run a tight ship. They're really very, very good. Like it was just.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Our first AD was one of the best I've ever worked with. Or all the crews. I go to parks and nobody. The kids were just like playing. It was like nobody was on their things. Their phone. There was some they were just lovely people. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've always said that one of the reasons why nowadays people in Hollywood are liberal or more progressive or whatever, it's because of those experiences in other countries and how you experience life,
maybe.
the other people, how they live. They open up your mind, right?
Really inspiring. I felt that way about then I worked in Estonia afterward. The people there really inspired me. I love the way they live, the way they raise their kids. Yeah, I'm glad we shot there.
Reading the production notes, I read that the director wrote this based on women's safety, and it's so funny because he created all this story based on Georgina, the intuition that we have that we don't use sometimes, What has been a time in your life that you really regret not using your intuition?
Gosh, so many times. There are so many moments where you're like, I'm trying to think of the one that's coming up is I met this guy and went on a first date with him, and he was Italian and very good looking. And when I went, the first few moments of the day, I kind of was like, I don't know about this guy. There was just something that just was off. And then it ended up being like just a nightmare. Like he was so rude to people. He was saying insanely rude things. And I was suddenly kind of stuck with him and didn't know, probably let the date run a lot longer than I should have because I felt like being polite or like embarrassed. I don't think this was a long time ago, so I don't think now. I think I would have just gotten out of there as soon as I realized this isn't gonna work.
Of course, with age we learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Justin.
Well, my things are usually it's similarly. I've had those dating experiences, but also just being out in the world and wanting to be liked by people. I think I've made some mistakes and I've not listened to my intuition when it comes to, some people have a more sinister agenda, and I have a story. It's too long to tell, but I was kind of drugged by these these guys in Michigan. I was taken in a car ride. I was kind of like kidnapped. I know this is wild. This is not a story for like. I told it on.
This is a horror movie itself.
No, it was. I told it on Dax Shepard's podcast. So it's, if you want to listen, but I ended up jumping out of this car to get away, and they ran over my leg. Wild, yeah.
Oh my God.
Daniela. But I say this only because I had an intuition. I remember feeling. I had a very palpable feeling that they were not. They were nefarious.
Yes.
And various intentions, and I did not listen to it because the desire to be liked and accepted and for things to be normal, and hey, I'm just because they kept calling me like a Hollywood guy for, it's a long story, but that I regret not listening to, and I've gotten a lot, but those things are good. I mean, in a way, I think you learn as is Georgie's experience, I'm sure.
No, definitely we do. But okay, I'm going to listen right now to that story, Justin.
Dax's podcast, and if you want to listen to mine, it's called Life is Short. I do with my brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I gotta plug mine.
I'm ready. Oh, guys, what a pleasure to talk to you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.